All right, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Tara. I'm going to walk you through a few postures, a few of the most common postures that we do in a vinyasa flow class. They're all closed hip postures. So Warrior 1, High Lunge, and Warrior 3, and we're just going to walk through the basic principles of alignment in order to keep you safe and stable in your practice. So we'll start with Warrior 1. Front foot, your knee is directly over top of your ankle. We're grounded through all corners of the foot. Your back foot is going to be more at an angle. Your heels can be aligned, or you can take a little bit of a wider stance if that feels best for your back knee. You're going to press into the outer edge of your back foot. Take your arms up towards the sky. Now, as you're reaching your arms up, make sure your shoulders stay a little bit soft. So arms are still energized, but we're not lifting the shoulders up towards the ears. We're just letting the shoulders melt down the back. You want to keep your low abdominals and your low ribs tucked in to contain the core line of the body. So from here, we're going to move into high lunge. From here, we're going to move into our high lunge, so you'll shift to the ball of the foot. Now the heel's going to shift over the ball of the foot. Again, that principle of stacking through the joints. And we're going to take a deep breath in, lift and lengthen through the torso. Again, soften into your shoulders. Keep the core contained, low ribs and low abdominals are hugging in. Your collarbones are open. Beautiful. From here, let's take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to move into our Warrior 3, taking your arms down by your sides, or you can keep them out beside you or out in front. Grounding through all corners of your front foot, we're going to start to lift the back toes. Again, the stacking of the joints to keep stable through the body. Your right hip is going to lower in line with the left. So a common tendency here is to keep that right hip open. You want to spin your right hip down towards the earth. Tuck into low abdominals, low ribs. Hug your shoulder blades back. So a lot of the same alignment cues. Good. Stepping back gently. Top of your mat. Okay, now that I've given you a rundown of those 3 postures, we're going to walk through a little bit more detail on the differences between each of those postures and how you can apply them. So in your Warrior 1, the back foot is at a diagonal. You're pressing through the outer blade of your back foot, and that's going to help protect your knee joint here. You can have your stance either heel to heel or a little bit of a wider stance to make space for your hip joints. So the difference here between Warrior 1 and High Lunge is High Lunge, you're going to spin to the ball of your back foot and shift your heel right over the ball of your foot. That's going to allow spaciousness to pull your left femur bone in, neutralizing your pelvis. So in both of these postures, they are both closed hip. Warrior 1, you might need a little bit more of an adjustment to take that back hip forward. High Lunge, it's a little bit easier to get your hips into alignment, both hip bones facing forward. So in your Warrior 3, common tendency here is to have that lifted leg kind of open. You want to find an internal rotation of your lifted thigh so that that hip bone drops in line with the other. So traditionally in Warrior 3, your arms are reaching directly forward. You can modify as you like, either taking your hands down to a block or the floor, or reaching your arms out into an airplane position or down by your sides.